this is Asphal. I'm not gonna say her name. And this means something. I forget what it means. Come on, what's your name? Oh shit! By DJ Sparklin Wicks? Oh, I'm editing that out.
Hey everyone, welcome to the final episode of Cribs of Conan. Before we get started, I want to take a moment to thank you all for tuning in to this series. It's been an absolute blast sharing these incredible base tours with you, and I truly appreciate all the support, comments, and enthusiasm along the way. For today's episode, we're taking a look at my base, but before we dive in, I should mention that this tour was actually filmed before the others in the series, and I was really green behind the ears trying to walk around and talk at the same time. You've also probably heard me talk about the Purge in previous episodes and in this one as well. But due to some game updates, we weren't able to turn the Purge on and record it in action at our bases. I hope you understand, and I'm crossing my fingers that we'll figure it out for future Conan bases. For now, let's wrap up the series with this final tour of my build. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed creating it. Let's get started.
Hi y'all, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, we are at the Monstrosity. I know that this has already been featured in the amazing cinematic video that Mango had done for me, but I wanted to have a complete tour of this massive base, kind of explain some things, some inside things of what went on here and all that kind of stuff, little interesting details. Join me on this tour of the Monstrosity. So the first thing, so here you're going to see my guardians watching, like these guys watch this entrance of the base. I have all of my bases guarded, and these are actually crocodiles, and there's a special mod or recipe that you can give them that will make them look like these cool water dragons. And some of the inside things about that is I named them all after each of their names means water or dragon or water dragon. And so yeah, I named them all special names. Yeah. And I don't know, I had fun doing that. I had fun personalizing all of the characters and researching famous either famous in fiction or real life characters and stuff, and having them fit, you know, like the roles that they do. So since, you know, yeah. Another cool thing about, this base. Everything about this base, except for the labyrinth, and I'll link the labyrinth. I did a video on the labyrinth. The labyrinth was the only thing that I made in God mode. Everything else that you see here is I grounded out. I would totally ground it out, and I'll have to put in like maybe I'll do another video of the route I would do. Across the way, where I'm looking now, there's some really nice iron deposits up along those mountains, you know, the mountain range, and as you can see, all those stones and rocks and trees, and I would just kind of work my way all the way up, you know, the this wall system, this like building system that you see in front of me, and then work my way back. And I'd take my my pets, like Ellie and some other ones, and I'd fill them up, and I'd also take like characters like these guys and have them follow me and load them up, and, you know, level them up as I go and do the grinding. So anyhow, so we're gonna start here, and this is the most badass elephant you will meet. And I love Ellie. She's just, oh my gosh, she will just go into a village and just own their butts. She has no fear. I was gaming with my friend Trisha and my son and some other players, and we went through a village, and we were running for our lives, and I think I got killed, and I think a couple other players got killed. And so when you get killed, you have a bed, you know, that you somewhere where you spawn, and then you have to, you know, obviously go back, and so I was really worried about Ellie, because, you know, sometimes like when you die, your who you have following you, they'll kind of like start roaming, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to lose her and stuff, and so she didn't roam. She was over there just hauling butt with her cool tusks and just kind of like defending the area until I got back to retrieve her. But okay, so yeah, I love her. She's one of my favorite pets that I have. I don't know. I guess that's what you call them. I apologize. It's been so long since I played this game, and so these guys up here watch the top of the tower. So in case there's when there's purge or anything like that, these guys are like my front line of defense. And, you know, I named her after I can't pronounce half of these names, but she's after a famous fighter. She's really pretty. She's like totally badass. And then here you have these wonderful dancers, and I didn't change their names, or maybe I did. Did I change their names? No, these are their real names, or well, names from the game. When you take corruption, when you go to certain places and you get corrupted, the dancers will dance away the corruption for you. And I want to say this is, who are you? Beowulf. Yeah. Who? Holy guacamole. Mango, the filmmaking merchant. But I like making little... So, when I was making this base, I will put links on... I was inspired from Eradication's tutorial on making a base on the Aquaduct, and I followed along with their video, as I normally do with most things, but then I expanded on it. I don't want mine to be a copycat, and I kept building and building it on and tweaking things and changing it, so I've made it my own, But big shout out to Eradication. Their channel totally inspires me, not only in Conan, but for Valheim and Planet Coaster and other things too. But I do really miss that where in Valheim you can alter the terrain, you know, do the terraforming to flatten things, and Planet Coaster and some other games. Here you can't. So I really had my work cut out for me to make things work. So if it looks a little janky, it's just like, this is what I had to work with. So, but I did like little nooks here where, you know, you come in from a long day. Oh, come on, sit down. And I'm going to just sit here and read a book. Okay. But yeah, so all of these take you up. And all of these thralls, I got, you know, I went, and it's a pretty brutal, savage game. I'm not gonna lie. You kind of abduct them or like capture them, and then you break them in and make them your own. And I don't know. How I kind of play this is, you know, they're like, I give them new names. They're all well fed. I have a big stockpile of food for them. I clothe them, and, you know, I kind of how I in my head kind of think about how, you know, I'm taking them from somewhere bad or somewhere, their conditions before they came to work for me and be part of my base, you know, wasn't so good, and it's better for them here. But yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I don't know. That, I guess, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So before we go up to the main base, I'm just going to give you like a tour of down here. These are cool petrified taxidermy things that my husband made for me. Another pet that I absolutely love is DK, and short for Donkey Kong. He's a sweetheart unless you F with me. He's fun to take out there and level up and take into battle. This is my back entrance. And of course, you know, so over here, you know, I've got Charlotte the spider, you know, guarding, and Vajira, and I've got Shelob and Diego. So name them after, like, you know, things. And then as you can see here, so here is my labyrinth. On top of there is my labyrinth. So now we're running underneath the labyrinth. So now we're on the other side. And this is my back entrance. These are all my bears.
Ursula 2 and Boogie the bear. My badass boar Blubber.
And my base is right on ocean. Hopefully there is a 1-star white. Is he a 1-star? He's maybe a 3-star. Do you see them over there in the distance? Oh, yeah, he's either a 1-star or 3-star white wolf. And he's a badass. No, he's a 1-star. But yeah, I've helped my characters level up by taking him on once they get to a certain level. So then this is the third entrance from down below. And so up here you can take this. This is the stables. Legolas. Yeah, these guys are named after characters, and obviously from Lord of the Rings. You can see my labyrinth from over there. So yes, so these are the stables. And you can access them from this area, from this door that I just came in, or from the other door I'll take you out of. But down here is where I keep all my other pets that I've been leveling up. And all of these pets are really special. They're really special, unique pets they're like level. I'm getting them up to level 15. So they're minimum level 10, max level 15, and I'm going to actually, once they all get to level 15, then get them up to level 20. Ellie's the only level 20 pet that I have right now. But yeah, so when I have a purge, you get a notification. You have time to kind of prepare for a purge, and I will place these guys in strategic areas. This is Asphal. I'm not going to say her name, but this is one of the. This is oh my gosh, Arwen's horse's name, and I named her after that. I named the horse after that. These are rock noses, and they're named after the dwarves from The Hobbit. And they will, you give them rock, and they give you, they'll give you silver and gold nuggets. And then I have more rock noses over here, Bilboar. My puns don't stop. It doesn't matter the game. Oh, okay. Here I have Shadowfax, named after Gandalf's white horse. And Shadowfax is level 20, and Vlad the Impaler. Do you understand? Can you guess why I named him Vlad the Impaler? These guys are both level 20. So while the downstairs is for me and my pets, when I have other people who play the game with me, if they come here with their pets, I have places for them to put their pets up here. And they can also grab food for their pets. And if you're just kind of farting around and you know, just here's some target practice. It looks down over here, down below the stables, looks out down below my bottom of my base. So yeah. Yeah, a lot of rock. Oh, and these little cats, Claudia. I named the cats. Some of them that I could like click on. Some of them are like they got away from me too fast. But all the cats that you see here at my base are thanks to SexyBig. The same SexyBig that aggroed a rock nose world boss for us in this game in the Isles of Sipta. He spammed my base with tons of these little pussies, and I'm just like, you hear him mewing and crying, and oh my gosh, I just paybacks are a bitch, SexyBig. So this is guest services when you check in, with your animals. And this is, so now we're down here. And I had taken you out that way and we made a circle. So now, yeah, now we're back here. Now we're going to go up to the main base. Here I have like a little, I kind of hide this. So I'm hoping that my fellow players in this server don't come over here and take my stuff. Not that it matters. I've got I did a lot of grinding. I have so much materials. I'm one of those that it's like you can never have enough. And I don't mind sharing. I just don't mind just helping yourself without asking, because then when I need it. But anyhow, so this was fun to totally put together. I had to go up and down on this elevator so many times to hurry and place these walls. And so if they kind of look janky, it's because, yeah, it was just, there was no pausing. It was, you can't pause that elevator, unfortunately. So this is my main base, and we're on top of the aqueduct. And that water that you hear is actually, there's water on the aqueduct, on this part of the aqueduct. And so I built these stone floors. Like if I removed it, there would be water underneath there. And I'll show you somewhere I have it exposed. This lovely lady is the Red Mother or Red Dragon. And oh my gosh, I really wish that I had recorded some gameplay of capturing her, of fighting her on a couple of occasions. The first time my son was down below, and I'm good with a bow and arrow in this game. And so I was up on a ledge shooting down at her while my son was down below, kind of aggroing her and fighting her hand, you know, in closer proximity. And then when he was down and I was pinging her, she turned her attention to me, and I thought I was high enough, and she got up on her like hind legs and the shriek that like you could hear across the world. Oh, it scared me so bad. It was pretty intense. I survived it and got this as a reward for that battle. All right, so I'm gonna take you. Which way should I take you? I'll take you guys down. I'm gonna take you guys down here this way first. All right. So when you first come down here, so you have like other like cupboard for drinks. You've got like different little mini stations of things that you can put them into. This is the dyer's bench. Dye your armor and clothes. I have two level 20 bodyguards. I have a guy, Bren the Barbarian, and then I have another one, and a female, and they're level 20. They're the only level 20 people here. I'm slowly trying to get everybody else at least level 10 before we turn on the purge, but I haven't played the game. This is my room, mine and Fasha's room. And I really like this. A lot of the decorating ideas, I can't take credit like, oh, I came up with this cool idea. No, I've seen a lot of wonderful YouTube videos from other amazing content creators on Conan of decorating and ideas and stuff. And so, kind of just watched their videos and incorporated them here. And this is where I write about my travels and adventures in Conan. Yeah. Right there. So we did, the bazaar has some toilets and bathroom accessories that I bought, but the toilet is massive and I couldn't make it fit up here. So, I didn't want to rearrange things. But back in medieval times, basically you had a pot. Basically you just had like a pot to piss in, and so I kind of recreated that. Anyhow. So I usually have, one of them following me at all times, but okay. So we go down this hallway, and this is the tannery. And all of these taxidermied animals and stuff, I've caught them. These are the furnaces. And this line I got from my dad. He's a hot glass blower, and I liked his sign that he had made. If you can't stand the heat, stay away from the glory. So I thought that was appropriate here in the furnace area, the furnace shop area. Across we've got the blacksmith shop. This lovely lady makes all of our weapons and armor and stuff. So then up here, to get up to this top base, we had a vertical elevator, but we also have horizontal elevators, and we'll ride this coming back. And it is kind of disconcerting, like if you're afraid of heights. And then up here I have a garden area. You can kind of sit and just relax, meditate, come in from a long day of fighting bad guys, and kind of chillax. It's a very zen garden. In this building right here is the temple to Mitra, and so yeah, I wanted the whole temple, around the temple area, to be, zen and kind of like just meditative and all. Those are my secret like cupboards that I hide that I don't let other people have access to. Why I show that on here, I might have to edit that out. So here is the temple of Mitra, and this is pretty cool. I've maxed out this temple statue. So you come in here, wash basin, you've got sage, you can sit here and play the harp, sit here and meditate. I don't know. I like the vibe of this temple. And then here I've got storage. And this means something. I forget what it means though. I think it means something like none of your business or something like that in a different language. But yeah, as you can see, look at all the things. I literally have ground this out. Like, no spamming. You can go into God mode in here. And these are extra like artisan benches, tables that I'm just like, I didn't want to have to theme more rooms for them. I'm just like, shove them all in here. But I wanted this, when I was creating this, I wanted to have, say I did this all. I do like games like in SmilingsEpicBaseTour. I've done a lot of it in God mode, and there's nothing wrong with that. That way you can get more creations and things done. I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of and stuff. But here I just was like, I wanted to grind it out hard, and that sounded so wrong, but grind it out and just be proud of that and stuff like that, and see how long it took. And it took a year, just about a year, to get this all completed with all the grinding. So even though I'm on top of the aqueducts, it's shallow, and so like I had wished I could have, like, you walk down here and you're in water and you could just kind of swim around, but that wasn't the case. But I got this is some of the bathroom accessories that I was telling you about. So I put these down here, so you can come in here and have a nice soak, and these lovely ladies will give you a nice scrub down, get you nice and clean after working up a sweat. You can come up here and be entertained by the DJ. Come on, what's your name? Oh shit! By DJ Sparklin Wicks. Oh, I'm editing that out. And you can get a drink from I think his name's, come on dude, what's your fucking name? What's your name? Oh, Captain Morgan. And I think his name's Jim Beam. What did I name you, Jim Beam? What's your name, handsome? Huh? What's your name? Oh, come on. Yeah, Jim Beam. And we've got more dancers to heal you up and entertain you. This cool thing is you can teleport. If you're, there's different ways you can teleport. Like if you're not in God mode and stuff, you have these things and they're attuned to your bracelet. And if you go into these places on the map, you can open them up, and then once they're open, you can just go to this place on the map and it takes you there. So that's pretty cool. But I designed this to be like a club med. And here, I couldn't get a sign to be placed on here. None of the signs would stick on here. But if I could name, like if I could have placed a sign, this would have been Annie's Nook. And my friend CmdrRyker, I follow her on Instagram, and she posts a lot of books. She's a book lover like me, and I just thought, yeah, this is where Annie would love this little space, and so I made this little nook. Here we have, I'll go back up there in a minute. So here, this was the last edition that I did on this base, Wonder Workings, which is like another name for like magical workings or sorcery. Oh yeah. Finally leave, you black cat. Oh my gosh, that cat would block this area, so I couldn't go in here. This is a darker vibe. I kind of, honestly, Conan kind of went, I mean, it is a darker kind of game, but I really like, it doesn't float my boat to sacrifice anyone or do anything like that. That kind of, for me, kind of goes a little too far, even if it is a game. But I did the scenery down here just for it to be creepy, but yeah, that doesn't float my boat. So here, oh, okay, so this is the badass other level 20 fighter that is my guard, Kanani, and she's named after a real life female fighter. This is my back entrance, and this is on the Aquaduct. See how we're on the water? Yeah, this is my back entrance. So this is Manny. And then just like at the very beginning of this video where I had the 4 water dragons guarding my base, I have 4 more up here. Yep. And they're, again, just like the ones below, they're named after water spirits or water dragons. And then this goes, if you continued going down here, just straight down this aqueduct, it would open up into a giant big lake, and then there's a frozen bridge, and under that bridge is where SexyBig has his base that will be featured in an upcoming video of the tour of everybody else's bases and cinematics of their bases. But this is the entrance to the top if you're coming from that direction. So then up here is the carpentry. And I have little puns in here. Well, that's not a pun, but just... yeah. And then if you go up here, this takes you... across. See, there's that wolf. I think it's a 1-star wolf, but still, oh, he's gnarly. I don't even have my thralls and pets go near him until they're at least level 7, so they don't get killed. That would not be good. And then I have, so we just rode this horizontal elevator, and then I have another one going to the other side, but we're going to walk and do the tour that way. So now we're back down here. The blacksmith and furnace shops are. So we're back here. Now we're going to go in this direction. Here we've got like casting tables where you have jewelry, and I'm in the process of, having jewelry made, so we can sell it to all the fine peoples in the land of exiles, and keep this, anything to keep this monstrosity of a base running and earning money. You gotta do what you gotta do. This is a armors. Okay, yeah, duh. Okay, dressing rooms, and you have different kinds of outfits that you can change into. A really great tailor here.
I like making little seating areas throughout my base that you can sit and check out the views or just rest and wait while you're waiting to do a mission. Here is the little nook for the artisan table, and I made little statues here, and I really like the vibe of this area. It's one of my favorite places in the base.
This is what the aqueduct, this is the water on the aqueduct. Yeah. And I actually catch fish in here. These actually work. So I have, I'm able, so I don't have to go all the way back down to the bottom and constantly go up. The fish are up here too, which is really nice. This is one of my favorite rooms. This is the alchemy lab. I really like the vibe in here. This is where we get all the healing potions, all the aloe, and all the bandages and stuff, and all of my aloe vera plants up here. Yeah, so keep everybody nice and healed. And we're gonna go upstairs. Yeah, look at all these cats. Okay, anyhow. Yeah, that's what I get to listen to. I was like, curse you, SexyBig! So yeah, this is where you can, if we would have gone across, we would have gotten off over here. So this is where I have some planters for, obviously, to plant herbs and plants that you use for foods and medicine. And then in here, this is the kitchen and patio dining. And these cooks make up some delicious foods, from roasted haunches, grilled steak, meat strips. They have a lot. I put a lot more of their recipes that they've made downstairs so I can easily grab it on the way out. But they'll make anything really. They make some delicious things up here, and then you just sit up here and watch, look at the nice scenery. Over here, so over to the left, over where I'm looking at, where the camera's looking at, my original base, which I had my friend Trisha take over until she made her own base. It's in a desert, and you get sandstorms, and so sometimes I can see the sandstorms from here, which is kind of why it has that haze like you see. But yeah. So this is the dismantling bench where you take things apart and you can get some of their materials back. This is another patio. More healers. Oh, I don't want to. You can sit here. The only bummer thing, and I tried moving this, I'd rotate this stool, because I wanted it to sit where you're watching, sitting around the campfire, but it didn't matter. You're always looking out, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Oh, G-String George. Yeah, G-String George. And what's his name? You can kind of say Six Pack Sam. Yeah, my humor. Alright. And then this is where, when, when you take the new thralls, they kind of work here first, under her supervision. She's kind of sexy. I don't know if I'd want to be good. Okay, this is a wholesome spotlight. I need to exit that out. More taxidermy things that my husband made. All of these things actually exist in the game. Yeah, like the Reaper, the Sand Reaper. Oh, yeah, kind of crazy. But I have food for all of my thralls and pets. Oh, Katy Perry. I have fun naming names. So in here, for those of y'all that are familiar with a really cool hotel in Central California called the Madonna Inn, each room is themed differently, and so I wanted to do the same thing for my fellow players. If they come to my base and they're going to stay over in this area for a while, they could claim a bed, and so they don't have to go all the way back to their bases, because we're pretty spread out. So each room I themed differently, and I let them just pick where they wanted to, which room they wanted to have. So this is Rock Ruby's or SexyBig's. This is Trisha's. And I'm kind of bummed out because, yeah, was this Trisha's? Oh no, okay. Oh no, okay. This is Untamed Germans. Okay. This is one of my surrogate sons' room. This is Trisha's. Okay. I try to personalize their rooms if I could, but each one has different decor and pictures, and I try to do personal things. Like Trisha loves to read books too. We were in a book club together, so I put books in there for her. And I'm probably going really fast. So let me go back to Rock Ruby so you can see. So yeah, so I try to make each of the vibe and the decor themed like it would, and like no two rooms are the same. Yeah. And this is Untamed German's room. We saw Trisha's. This one is open. I like this one. It has like a nice blue vibe to it with a blue, kind of carpet and little statues. I made all of these decor. Like literally would be like, yeah, everything you see in here I made. If I didn't make it, then it would be like loot that I got. This is Thunderbud's room. He's got a cool room. I like the vibe of his room. I had these on here so it was elevated. And I like this kind of, the Namidian bed is one of my favorites. But yeah, I really like the vibe. Everybody also has like an iron pot to piss in, We're not that, even though this base is fancy, it's not fancy enough for their own toilets. If you want your own toilets, you gotta go to Fasha's base for that. This is Epic and CmdrRyker's room. And this is another, I really liked how this room came out too. And then over here you have sitting area. You can just lounge and read some books, have some ale or some wine, put on the fire. And I don't have, I don't have any wood to put on here and light the fire, but it's really pretty. And then here, this is the balcony. Like you could sit right here, have a beer, have some ale, look out. And so coming over here, so my main base over there that we're looking back at was on the main part of the aqueduct. But the aqueduct, once upon a time, was all put together, but it's now in ruins, as you can see. They're in sections. And so I made this section, and that's just how the game was designed. But so I put this like a horizontal bridge connecting this to here. And these guys guard this area for me. I have a spider in here, and I get the ichor and dung from it. Kind of like farming it. And then over here, that bear down there, I think is a level 1 bear. Or if it, yeah, the bears are pretty, even if he's not level 1, I think he's just a normal bear. I would not mess with them. They are not, they're pretty badass. And I really don't take my thralls and pets over there to level up until they're at least level 10. And this is the other entrance to my base, coming from the Great Wall of Smiling. And I will put in I'll insert me running the Great Wall of Smiling. Actually, I'm just going to do it really quick. So I made this. So this runs, the Great Wall of Smiling runs the course of my grinding. And so down below, if you see all these resources and stuff. And then there's also down on the right hand side, you could go down here on the left hand side, but I'd grind on the right hand side. And in this biome, there's some 1-star, there's a 1-star moose, there's a 1-star 1 to 2 1-star boars, and all of those are really great to level up your characters on. And then as well as getting resources to make your base, or just weapons or whatever you need. And then there's also some other, like there's some wolves down to the right. There are other non-star boars, and so all of those you can level up your characters on. But when you're over encumbered with resources, walking back to the base is like, so walking back to the base, see that oh my gosh, why can't I talk? That aqueduct, that's where my base is. Now my base doesn't render in. It's kind of interesting, but you can see like there's the main base, or the aqueduct, and then that middle section, and then there. But yeah, my base is on that. It's weird how it doesn't render in though. So anyhow, you're over encumbered coming back. So I made, and the last thing you want to do is come back. Oh, hang on, I'm just up here really quick. The last thing you want to do is come back and go through, like, encounter a wolf or a 1-star animal when you're over encumbered, because you'll have your ass handed to you. So I made the Great Wall of Smiling. Or when you're just not in the mood of fighting and you just want to get to your friend's place, your friend's bases fast, then that's another reason why. And then down below, this beauty is my son CmdrRyker's base, the pagoda. He did the pagoda, and then that monstrosity of a that stain, that big huge stain, or stables that I did for all of his animals. But yeah, I did that. All of his animals are in there. And then I feel bad, so he let me decorate inside of his pagoda, but then I had to take out one of the pillars, and because of it, it's missing that square on his pagoda. But yeah, so you'll see his pagoda in an upcoming video along with SexyBig's and everybody else's, but I thought I'd show you. It is kind of nerve-wracking if you are afraid of heights. It's like, and I have fallen and died. And then I just come back with my own Ankh and Ankh myself and take the resources of my own body. It sounds so creepy and macabre. It does, I won't lie. Okay. I'm almost to Trisha's base, and Trisha's base was my first base. I wasn't going to make a base in this game. When I started playing this with my husband FashaTime and SexyBig and my son, the guys usually just start making their own base. They're the base makers, and I just go out and grind the resources for them and bring it back, and they make the bases. And but then their base that they had made, I was all like, I want to make my own base. I want to kind of try it out. I saw when I was grinding things out for them, I'd look at locations, and I'm like, oh, this would be a cool thing to have a base on it. Some unique places to have a base. So I made this first, and it looks out. So yeah, if you're down here and a sandstorm happens, you will take damage. So you have to go in. Oh, and that snake over there, oh, he's bigger than he looks. Oh, I hate fighting him. But he's actually not too bad, but still, I don't like snakes. Yeah, so I had to go in, and I made this up here. And you can have some shelter in here. But now Trisha's decorated it, and this was her first base to kind of just fart around and do what she wanted to do in here. So she's my neighbor. Her and my son are my neighbors. And then she went on to make... I'll show you really quick. And all of these animals are hers, her thralls and animals. And then she's went on up above. You can see that she's added on to this base. But her gem that she's worked on, and it will be in another upcoming video as well. But the Great Wall of Smiling continues on.
And that wraps up today's episode and the Cribs of Conan series. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching, supporting, and joining me on this incredible journey through some truly amazing bases. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and leave a comment letting me know what you liked most about my base. I'd love to hear your thoughts. While this series is coming to a close, I'm so excited to share that a brand new series, Fortified and Fabulous, will be launching in 2025. In this series, I'll be touring bases from survival games like Icarus, Valheim, Sons of the Forest, and yes, even Conan. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. And hey, if you have a base you'd like me to tour, I'd love to see it. I'll leave a link to the Discord in the description below where you can get all the details on how we can make that happen. Thank you again for watching. Peace, love, and blessed be. Bye, y'all!